Greetings there, fellow glassworkers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, episode 57, Night Quartz. The recipe for fruit preserves is 0.2 honey per slot, so 0.2 berry. So I want 0.8 per, which means I need an empty bowl. Well, but I think by the time I have berries, I'll probably have emptied out this current bowl. Oh, there's another rift. So we're off. Oh, that was right. Well, I got the berries anyway, right? No, take that off. So I don't really care what kind of berries there are. As far as I know, there aren't any poisonous berries, right? And then the berries themselves is just like, you know, currant wine or like it doesn't blueberry wine. They all make the same jams and alcohols. They're basically kind of indistinguishable from one another, functionally speaking. Like they're obviously different berries, but I think the satiety is 80, 60. So cranberry, red currants are better than cranberries. White currants are the same as cranberries. So there's different satiety levels, I suppose. I'll try to prioritize more satiating. But once it's fruit preserves, maybe it doesn't matter. I'm not sure. It probably does. Knowing this game, it probably is. I'm going to want to do like currants and blueberries over cranberries if that's the case. And then as you've been noticing, I'm sure, I'm not checking whether or not the berries are like ripe or whatever, the bushes rather. I'm just like pulling them because I don't care. Because I'm not, I don't want to come back and have to like retrace everywhere. I'm just going to move all the bushes near the home, knowing that I'm probably not going to get another harvest. This is like the last opportunity essentially to get berries this year, I'd bet, unless I go really far south. So Daedora, I saw you saying that I can plant bushes deep underground. As far as I was aware, and I'm not contesting that isn't the case, as far as I was aware, berries ripen seasonally and not ambient temperature-wise. Is that not the case? Because I've never actually tried to do an underground bush farm. But, like, I could, right? I already have a cellar. You know? It wouldn't be too much effort to plant it in the ground. Okay, I have so many berries. But the other advantage of getting a whole bunch of berries is they do rot quick, which doesn't sound like an advantage, but if I want more, oh, I already marked this down as peat. If I want more terra preta made, I need more rot. And berries are probably the easiest thing to get rotten in mass quantity, right? Because if you're rotting, it takes much longer to purposely rot fruiting vegetables, and it's not necessarily easy to get a massive amount of meat, whereas fruit, pretty easily available, and makes for quick rot. You've tested in creative? Okay, well we could try that at some point. More of like a winter project. I have in the backlog in my mind, like projects that I could take on in the winter. That would make sense. Like setting up fruit tree greenhouse or animal husbandry or more trapping or hunting or dungeoneering. You know, there's definitely seasonal goals. Right now, the goal is to make sure that I have good nutrition heading into the winter. That would be, I think, the important thing for me. Okay. I have a pretty good amount now. So let's go process this. And then it's worth, and I know I'm repeating myself, so if you were here for like all the content, you've probably heard this before, but the perish timing on the fruit translates to processing. So like if you have an almost rotten meat and you make it into like smoked meat, your smoked meat won't last very long because the ingredients that you used for it was almost bad, almost had gone bad. So my point is, if you want to make sure that whatever you're trying to preserve stays fresh for a long time, make sure to pick it, you know, and then preserve it quickly. So I could lay this stuff out nicer, but that wasn't really the goal. So I'm just going to be tossing all the red currants in a patch, and I'll just do the rest too. Hey, Spitfire! Thank you for the resub. Here's the black currant bushes. And at some point, you know, again, this is maybe a midwinter thing, setting up underground bush farm or something like that. So let's mark these down. Might as well. Oh, so this is a mix of black and white currants. Got it. Orcsbane, thank you for the gifted subs. So currants. It'll be hard to miss. My favorite berry is not here though. Blueberries. I love blueberries. And as you may have noticed, I'm like just keeping it as simple as possible. I'm just not overcomplicating the setup. I'm way more interested in getting juice in than I am to make a nice berry farm at the moment. Okay, we have some bushes, which will make it convenient to harvest when we need it. Let's preserve. The reason I'm not doing too high is makes it, I find, harder to harvest. Let's see if I need a bowl. Maybe I won't. Unless, of course, you have rows. I mean, there's certainly ways to organize it so that it's usable. Yeah, this is definitely the way to do it. Alright, currants. Did I do that wrong? Oh, no, it should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Currant jelly. That is what we're trying to make. Hawk, thank you for the sub. Boom. And then we'll grab some of these crocks so that we can actually do the preserves. And then seal it. Do you have to flood cranberries? No. There's not like a bog mechanic. Would be pretty sweet if it could. And in fact, realistically, you don't need to flood them IRL. You could pick them. It's just they're tolerant of being flooded, so, you know, that's what people do. Okay, here's a fired crock. Let's get another batch going. And then I'll seal the crock. So, I think only 4 servings can fit in a crock, correct? Which is, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm an idiot. But that's why I'm doing it in batches of 4. So let's do cranberries, even though they're less sadie. Variety is a spice lab, after all. Yeah, correct. Cool. Got it. Alright, so cranberry jam. And then if we wanted to seal this crock, just crock, wax, sealed. And then this will keep for a very long time. Ugh. 14.7 years for that blueberry jam. Didn't I have more jam? I swear, I had, like, did I only make 1 crock? Chat, didn't I have 2? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Where the hell did it go? No? Yes? No? I ate 1. Oh, yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah, what happened to it? I ate it. Story of my life, dude. Story of my life. Alright, blackcurrant jam. And this crock, just give me the whole... Oh, I already have the stack of wax. Fired. So what to do after this, up to you. I will keep preserved fruit on there, if you want. We need more crocks. So for now, I can aim to just fill the crocks I have. So there's a finite amount that I can make. But it's a lot. Still finite. Might run out. I'm not sure. Haven't done the math, but I might run out of honey first. If I'm close to filling the crocks, I could always harvest a few extra skeps. It's not a big deal. As long as there's some bees left. We got some wheat tannin. Good. Eight, I think, is the max. Yeah. And we're getting some more hides out pretty soon. Now, it's really probably not all that necessary that I seal these, but I do have the beeswax for it, and I don't need more candles at the moment. I'll make one more candle, just to have an even amount up here. So this was 5, and this is 4, which is now 5. But I have candles for 10 more lanterns, so I you know, I don't think it's a big deal that that I'm using the wax in this way. Same with the peat, right? Peat's not too rare. So I'm not controlling the amount of fuel that I'm using carefully. But definitely filling up the shelves. That's a really nice color. Oops. Alright, this is the last batch because it's the last crop. I do blackheart again. I am, like, getting IRL hungry now from all of this jamming. We can put this back. So 0.8. So I have enough for a tiny batch, I guess. But all the rest of these berries are going to be intentionally rotted into rot. Because I wouldn't want to preserve old berries. So we'll get those turned into rot here in our greenhouse. I also need to tend the greenhouse. So once I finish this, I will switch some plants over. And then I'll get to whatever you guys voted on. But pretty productive, I think. And that is why you want to make sure that you have honey. You know, because had I not had honey, that would have not been possible. All right, this meat is spoiling in 0.6 hours. I'm going to rot this too. So that'll be a lot of rot once that's done. Make a fruit porridge is what I'm going to do because my grain and fruit is low. So I'll take some spelt grain. and some fruit. Cranberry porridge sounds... actually, it's less satiating. But cranberry porridge sounds good to me. We're going to do a cranberry porridge. Croc's done. Look at that. Nice. So the current goal is to enclose the apiary. Follow-up question. Should I make a batch of glass for the apiary? So I can enclose the apiary just inside. I don't need glass. The question is, should I incorporate glass anyway? It's not too much extra effort, I don't think. So you guys can decide that. Spelt green away. Well, everyone wants glass. Lucky bees. These foods will keep for long enough that I'll start eating the porridge now. So this is about... These scrape hides are almost done for prepared hides. But I don't have a batch of leather coming out for a while. Wouldn't that turn the apiary into a greenhouse? It would. Unless I do the glass on the sides. Then it wouldn't. But yeah, purposely doing it into a greenhouse is kind of the point, I think. Swank. That should add HP once I'm filled up. I'm at 23. Once I'm filled up a little bit more, it should add some extra health to my my seraph. Okay, so you guys say, do a batch of glass for the apiary. Copy that. I need to go get my lantern. Where did I put it? Oh, right there. So first things first. Gotta get rid of the old fence. Also might be the right time to replace the flowers with heather. So it looks nicer. So I'll do that as well. Ooh, it's a bouncing fence. I wonder where the item actually is. Is it here? Yeah, it was here. At some point, I can incorporate these fences for an animal enclosure or something. So I don't need to get rid of them. so that it looks supported. Yeah, I clearly have terrible depth perception. I'll add pillars here. Not necessary, but looks nice. I'm about to get some drifters being... Oh, yeah. I'm going to get some drifters being annoying in a minute as well. Alright, there. So now that has some support beams so it doesn't look floating. The corners... I'll probably have it be as high as the greenhouse. And in fact, at some point I can even have like a connecting door from one to the other. So that's as high as the greenhouse. And I'll have it follow the same sort of architecture. So that it's, there's like a similar theme. I'm naked. Given the current rift situation, I'm going to need to put my armor back on. I don't have lanterns in here. It's not illuminated. I need more lanterns. That's yet another project to do at some point. One of the advantages of actually taking damage, however, is that as I take damage, I'll get hungrier, and as I get hungrier, I'll be able to eat more frequently, and as I eat more frequently, I'll be able to fill up my nutrition stats better. So... in a strange way, taking damage makes me stronger. The whole what doesn't kill you makes you stronger is sometimes true. Alright, unlike the... So one thing I didn't do in the greenhouses is have, like, sidewalls at any interval. Maybe in the future I will, because it makes sense. But I will do that here in the apiary, in the middles here. So it's not just like a weird stretch of stone that looks floating. Not to say that that is structurally sound. It wouldn't be. I mean, if I was really careful, I could chisel out like archways and everything, but that would take me ages and offer me very little. Likewise, I will do the crossbeams on the top. Oh, but these should be slabs. We'll do them in slabs. Okay, so we have the structure here. Then I just need more cobblestone slab in order to complete it. And then do a batch of glass, which I probably should have started with, given that glass takes a while. So... yeah. I'm going to mine out a little bit more quartz so I can do full, so that this bloomery base can be full, so I need like 5 more quartz chunks. Because doing a partial is kind of waste of fuel. Let's get a tiny bit of quartz. You can trade for wolf pups, but as soon as your wolf pups... question in the chat. As soon as your wolf pups mature, they aren't domesticated. There's no domestication of wolves into dogs in the game at present. Even though you can buy wolf pups. I know, it's weird. Just the way it is. You should close your gate. You're welcome! He just cussed at me. So, I was being snarky. You'd have to speak serif to know what he said. Fortunately, I speak a little serif. I thought there was, quartz around here-ish? I dug a lot of the quartz up. Maybe I exhausted it. Quartz is easy to find, so like... No, there's still a little quartz. I probably got close to exhausting it. And of course it gives me clear quartz. I need not clear quartz. Prospecting Vic, what do you tell me? Is there still quartz around? What world generation settings do I use? That's in the commands. You don't have to ask me that, actually. Everything about this series is already in the commands so that the frequently asked questions have easily available answers for your convenience. And for mine. Maybe mostly for my convenience. I might need to get another quartz node. I think we killed the quartz here. What are the commands? Just look at the title of the stream. They're all written out. Yo, you guys are so rude. Stop being so territorial. Go back to Rust World. This is my world. Oh, I just ran into a rift portal. My sanity wheel was like, whoa, what are you doing? You done do something stupid. Alright. Fine. I guess I have to find quartz. I didn't realize that, so the reason why, well, I guess I could just do 3 fly rings. But I feel committed now. I could have just pulled the quartz out of the 4th one and... whatever. Searching for quartz at night is, like, maybe not super efficient or effective. Bloop! Thank you for the bits. Are you team night search quartz? Or you think it's foolish? It's funny that, like, when you're wandering around and exploring, not looking for quartz, it's everywhere. Oh, hello. And then when you're like, oh man, I need some quartz, it's nowhere. How did the developers know? Wiretapping? But seriously, there's a lot of stonework that I'm searching right now for approximately 0 quartz. At least I'm not getting attacked by drifters. I said that out loud. Whoa. Let's also not fall. Oh, more bits for Team Night Quartz? If I mispronounce that and call it like Night Court, everyone's gonna wonder if I'm referring to dating myself, an old school reference. More cursed terrain? Yeah, it's rugged terrain. It could be worse. My playtest world, when I was teaching myself this game before I started streaming, had way more cursed terrain. Like, I was wondering how cursed it was because I was worried about using a random seed for streaming. Because when I started the series, it was a random seed. I had totally never seen the map before, so I didn't know like where the resource nodes were or anything like that. And I was worried that a completely random seed would screw me. So what I did was I got a mod that for the game that like shows you resources, like an X-ray mod. And I generated 20 seeds and just like sort of scoped it out of like what are the chances that I get screwed again and like what to look out for. And realized that the random seed that I had on my playtest world was just like especially bad in a way that most random worlds aren't bad. So it always could be worse. But the things to look out for is to make sure that you're not in a giant... I would say chiefly, like if you're starting a new world, make sure that you have a variety of terrain around you. Like a bunch of different biomes made of a bunch of different stuff. That's a lot harder to do with the new map mode. So probably I would go so far, even if you want to keep the new map mode, when you generate the world, generate the old map style to check it. And what you're looking for is you're making sure that the terrain that is around you is not... Oh, man, I'm not getting anywhere right now. Where am I? Is not entirely... Ooh, hello. Is not entirely made of granite. That would be the big one. I feel like that's the thing that I see the most. So what you'd be looking for, like if I zoom out here, I could be like, all right, these are granite fields. But this is obviously not granite at a glance, you know? This is not granite. But if you have granite everywhere in every direction, just re-roll. Because it means that to find any resources that render in the sedimentary or igneous levels, or metamorphic levels, are going to be very far away from your starting location, which is going to be a right pain in the butt. So, so that would be one of the first things I'd look for, is that not everything is ubiquitously one terrain type. And that's what you can check without having to cheat. And then if you wanted to cheat, you could check, like, is there borax nearby? Is there limestone, chalk, or marble nearby for limestone? You know, those kind of things. Oh, I'm out of food. I might... What time is it in game? 1. I might start wandering my way back to base, as I've not gotten any more quartz, and I just don't feel confident that I'm finding it anytime soon. Oh, and here's some lake ice. So I was, so it's below freezing here. So what I was saying before is lake ice is a transparent block that would work for greenhouses, but it melts as soon as it gets warm. So if you're in like a perpetually frozen area, I guess you could use lake ice. I still wouldn't. I would use glacier ice. But soon the lakes will start freezing over, and we'll the map will look a bit different as a result. Will it cool your cellar? No, but when it melts, it will, like, flood your cellar. You know, if that's something you want to do. Yeah, there's a lot of mechanics in the game that are, like, would be nice to haves. Aren't necessary because you can achieve basic efficiency without them. But definitely there are some things that I would be like, oh, it'd be really cool if, you know, you could harvest lake ice and have it cool cellars, or... But realistically... Ow. I'm not in the mood for hunting. I don't have my shield right now, so I'm just gonna move on. I will mark it down once I get away to return to this area and issue some swift justice. Oh, that's a giant grizzly bear. Lions, tigers, and bears. Maybe not lions, but tigers and bears. I mean, wolves and bears, whatever. What do words even mean? Oh. Running from a bear, I fall into a cave. I had a, on my playtest world, there was a cave that was like the most cursed cave I have ever seen, where it was covered in leaves, so you couldn't see it. And if you fell into it, you fell to basalt. You fell all the way to the core of the world. Like, it was just a world hole. It wasn't like a error in terrain rendering. There was like cave features all the way down, but it was like a 128 meter or whatever drop to just straight down to basalt. Like, frickin' yikes, man. Alright, I am hungry. Let's get home. Well, Team Night Quartz, I apologize. I attempted. My character's also getting cold. Because I have not kept up with nice clothing. So that's another thing that I will inevitably have to do at some point. As I am shivering a little. There are some clothing traders around. That's one of the trader types that I have. Oh, am I in the giant cave? No, this is where I got the quartz originally? Yeah, I think so. So I can take some of the rusted gears they have and buy some clothing. So they don't have to use linen to repair the clothing they currently have. And it's also possible that I buy nicer clothing. Oops. Let's pop a little cave entrance modifier there. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch, January 4th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.